In this video, I am going to explain principle of duality in solving linear programming problem. Step 1 is convert the given primal problem into dual problem using duality concept. If the primal problem is maximum means your dual problem is minimum. If the inequality in the primal problem less than means here it is greater than or equal to symbol. The coefficient of the objective function will come to the right hand side constants in the dual problem. The right hand side value in the primal problem will goes to the objective function in the dual problem. Step 2, we have to write the standard form for the dual problem. Step 3, we have to find the initial basic feasible solution using simplex table. Step 4 is if all Sj minus Cj greater than or equal to 0 means then the current solution is optimal. Step 5 is you need to find the optimum solution for dual problem as well as primal problem. For dual problem, you can take the optimal value from the simplex table. For the primal problem, you have to take the slack or surplus variable in the final table of the simplex table. The values of the slack or surplus variables will decide the optimal solution for the primal problem. Now let us move on to the problem. The question is minimize z is equal to 2x1 plus 4x2 subject to the condition 2x1 plus x2 greater than or equal to 4, x1 plus 2x2 greater than or equal to 3, 2x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 12, x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. Your given problem is minimization problem. Here the inequality is greater than in the first and the second condition, but in the third condition it is less than or equal to symbol. So you have to change the inequality by operating negative sign on both sides. The third condition, inequality is greater than or equal to symbol. So you have to operate negative sign on both sides. Minus 2x1 minus 2x2 greater than or equal to minus 12. The primal problem can be written as minimize z is equal to 2x1 plus 4x2 subject to 2x1 plus x2 greater than or equal to 4, x1 plus 2x2 greater than or equal to 3, minus 2x1 minus 2x2 greater than or equal to minus 12, x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. The given problem can be written in this manner. Now we have to write the dual problem for this primal problem. In the given problem, your objective function is minimum. That is, in the primal problem, objective function is minimum. In the dual problem, the objective function is maximum. Number of constraints in the primal problem is 3. The number of variables in the primal problem is 2. So, the dual problem, the constraint is based on the variables in the primal problem. So, the constraints are 2 in the dual problem and the variables are based on the constraints in the primal problem. Here the constraints is 3. So, in the dual problem, the variables are 3. In the primal problem, the inequality is greater than or equal to symbol. So, in the dual problem, the inequality is less than or equal to symbol. For the dual problem, we need 3 variables. Let us assume the variables y1, y2 and y3. Here I write the constraints. Let me write the coefficient of the primal problem. For the first condition, the coefficients are 2 and 1. For the second condition, 1 and 2. For the third condition, minus 2 and minus 2. Coefficient of objective function in the dual problem. Okay, the coefficient of objective function in the dual problem is nothing but the right hand side values of the primal problem. So the right hand side values are 4, 3 and minus 12. Now inequality in the primal problem is greater than or equal to. So in the dual problem, the inequality is less than or equal to symbol. The right hand side value of the constraints are nothing but the coefficient of the objective function in the primal problem, that is 2 and 4. From this value we can write the dual problem. The dual problem is maximize z is equal to 4y1 plus 3y2 minus 12y3. 4y1 plus 3y2 minus 12y3 subject to 2 into y1 plus 1 into y2 minus 2 into y3 less than or equal to 2. The first condition is 2 into y1 plus 1 into y2 minus 2 into y3 less than or equal to 2. The second condition is 1 into y1 plus 2 into y2 minus 2 into y3 less than or equal to 4. The second condition is y1 plus 2y2 minus 2y3 less than or equal to 4. Finally, you have to write the non-negativity condition y1 comma y2 comma y3 greater than or equal to 0. Let me write the standard form for the dual problem. Standard form for the dual problem. In the dual problem, the constraints are less than or equal to type. So, we have to add slack variables S1 in the first condition, S2 in the second condition. That is, max z is equal to 4y1 plus 3y2 minus 12y3 subject to 2y1 plus y2 minus 2y3 plus s1 is equal to 2. The second condition is y1 plus 2y2 minus 2y3 plus s2 is equal to 4. Here we are introducing two variables s1 and s2. The cost for those variables in the objective function is 0. That is 0 s1 plus 0 s2. Finally, we have to write the non-negativity conditions. That is y1, y2, y3, s1, s2 greater than or equal to 0. In the given problem, first we convert the primal problem into dual problem. After that, write the standard form for the dual problem. Now let us move on to the simplex table to find the optimum value. This is the simplex table. Let me write all the values in the simplex table. First one is xb, this is yb, and this is cb. Here you write cj. xb is nothing but the right hand side values of the given conditions, that is 2 and 4. And yb is nothing but the newly introduced variables, that is s1 and s2. Here you have to write all the variables which we used in the problem: y1, y2, y3, s1, s2. Here you write the coefficient of the given variables in the objective function: 4, 3 minus 12, 0, 0. CB is nothing but the cost of these two variables in the objective function, that is 0. Here you write the coefficient of the given conditions. Let me write. For the first condition, the coefficients are 2, 1, minus 2, 1, 0. For the second condition, the coefficients are 1, 2, minus 2, 0, 1. Now we have to find the Zj value for this problem. Zj is nothing but 0 into 2 plus 0 into 1. If I select the second column, 0 into 1 plus 0 into 2. Like that you have to find all the values. The formula for Zj value is Zj is equal to sigma Cb into jth column of the matrix. 0 into 2 plus 0 into 1 is equal to 0. Second column, 0 into 1 plus 0 into 2 is equal to 0. Third column, 0 into minus 2 plus 0 into minus 2 is equal to 0. Next column, 0 into 1 plus 0 into 0, that is 0. 0 into 0 plus 0 into 1 is 0. All the values of Zj are 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now we have to find Zj minus Cj. Zj value is here, Cj is at the top. You have to subtract these two values. That is 0 minus 4 is 4, 0 minus 3 is minus 3, 0 minus 12 is 12, 0 minus 0 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 0. After finding Zj minus Cj values, you have to check all Zj minus Cj greater than or equal to 0. Here some values are negative. So the current solution is not optimal. So we need to move on to the next table to get the optimum solution. For that we have to follow some procedure. We have to find the entering variable, leaving variable and key value. For finding the entering variable, we have to select the most negative value in Zj minus Cj. Here the most negative value is minus 4. So the corresponding variable y1 enter into the next table. Next we have to find the leaving variable. For that we have to find the ratio. This ratio is nothing but xb column divided by key column. The ratio is nothing but xb divided by key column. This is key column. So you divide xb value by key column value, that is 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. Second one is 4 divided by 1. 4 divided by 1 which is equal to 4. From these two values, the minimum value is 1. So the corresponding variable S1 leaves the table. So entering variable is y1, leaving variable is S1. So the intersecting value is 2. So 2 is the key value. This is key column and this is key row. For the next table, S1 leaves the table. In the place of S1, you put y1. For y1, the value is 4. And for S2, there is no change. You write as it is. We want to make the pivotal element as 1. Here the pivotal element is 2. So you have to divide throughout the row by 2. That is 2 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 divided by 2. Minus 2 divided by 2 is minus 1. 1 divided by 2 and 0. Next we want to make the other element in the same column as 0. For that we have to use the new value formula. New value is nothing but old value minus key column value into key row value divided by key value. If you take this value, old value minus key column value into key row value divided by key value. If you take this value, old value minus key column value into key row value divided by key value. Like that we have to find all the values. Old value is 4 minus key column value into key row value divided by key value. So the value is 3. The second value is old value minus key column value into key row value divided by key value, that is 0. Old value minus key column value, key row value divided by key value, that is 3 by 2. The next one, old value minus key column value into key row value divided by key value. So the value is minus 1. Old value minus key column value into key row value divided by key value. So the value is minus 1 by 2. The last value is old value minus key column value into key row value divided by key value, that is 1. Now the values are 3, 0, 3 by 2, minus 1, minus 1 by 2 and 1. Now we move on to Zj. Zj is nothing but 4 into 1 plus 0 into 0. Like that you have to find all the values. Let me write Zj value 4 into 1 plus 0 into 0. This is equal to 4. The second one is 4 into half plus 0 into 3 by 2. So the value is 2. The next one, 4 into minus 1 plus 0 into minus 1. So the value is minus 4. The next one, 4 into half plus 0 into half is 2 again. Next one, 4 into 0 plus 0 into 1. So the value is 0. Let me write all Zj value, that is 4, 2, minus 4, 2 and 0. Zj values are 4, 2, minus 4, 2 and 0. Next Zj minus Cj. Zj is here, Cj is at the top, so we can subtract 4 minus 4, 0, 2 minus 3 is minus 1, minus 4, minus of minus 12 is 8, 2 minus 0 is 2, 0 minus 0 is 0. We need to check all Zj minus Cj greater than or equal to 0. Here one value is negative. So we move on to the next table to get the optimum solution. Here negative value is minus 1. You put an arrow mark like this. This represents the corresponding value y2 enter into the third table. Next we need to find the leaving variable. For leaving variable, you have to divide xb column by incoming column, that is key column. Divide xb column by key column, that is 1 divided by 1 by 2 can be written as 1 into 2 by 1. You have to write the reciprocal of that. Then 3 divided by 3 by 2 can be written as 3 into 2 by 3. The value is 2. Here both the values are 2. So you have to select the slack variable. It is already entered from the first table. So you have to select S2. So the minimum value is 2. So the corresponding variable S2 leaves the table. Incoming variable is Y2. Outgoing variable is S2. Key value is 3 by 2. Now we move on to the third table. The third table, Y1 you write as it is, no change. In the place of S2, you write Y2. For y2, cost is 3 in the objective function. Next, we want to make this pivotal element as 1. For that, you have to divide throughout by 3 by 2. That is, 3 divided by 3 by 2 is 2. 0 divided by 3 by 2 is 0. 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 is 1. Minus 1 divided by 3 by 2 is minus 2 by 3. Minus 1 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 is nothing but minus 1 by 3. 1 divided by 3 by 2 is nothing but 2 by 3. You just write the reciprocal of that values. Next, we want to make other element in the same column as 0 using new value formula. New value is equal to old value minus key column value into key row value divided by key value. This can be written as 1 minus 1 by 2 into 3 by 2 can be written as 2 by 3 into 3. If you simplify this, you will get 0. The second one is old value minus key column value into key value into key row value. That is 1. Next one is 1 by 2 minus key column value, key value into key row value. So the value is 0. The next one minus 1 minus key column value into key value into key row value. If you simplify this, you will get minus 2 by 3. Next one, old value minus key column value, key value into key row value. So the answer is 2 by 3. Next one, 0 minus key column value, key value into key row value. So the value is minus 1 by 3. Let me write all the values in the simplex table. The first row values are 0, 1, 0, minus 2 by 3, 2 by 3 and minus 1 by 3. Now we need to find Zj value in the usual manner. 4 into 1 plus 3 into 0. 4 into 1 plus 3 into 0. The value is 4. The next one, 4 into 0 plus 3 into 1. The value is 3. The third column is 4 into minus 2 by 3 plus 3 into minus 2 by 3. So the value is, this is minus 8 by 3, this is minus 6 by 3. So you'll get minus 14 by 3. The next value is 4 into 2 by 3 plus 3 into minus 1 by 3. So the value is 5 by 3. 4 into 2 by 3 plus 3 into minus 1 by 3 is 5 by 3. Next value, 4 into minus 1 by 3 plus 3 into 2 by 3. So the value is minus 4 by 3 plus 6 by 3 is equal to 2 by 3. Zj values are 4, 3, minus 14 by 3, 5 by 3 and 2 by 3. Now Zj minus Cj is, Zj is here, Cj is at the top. So Zj minus Cj is 4 minus 4 is 0, 3 minus 3 is 0, minus 14 by 3, minus of minus 12 is nothing but 22 by 3. If you simplify this, you will get, then 5 by 3 minus 0 is 5 by 3, 2 by 3 minus 0 is 2 by 3. Here all Zj minus Cj values are greater than or equal to 0. So the current solution is optimal. The optimum solution for the dual problem is y1 is equal to 0, y2 is equal to 2. y3 is not there in the table, so you put 0. This is the optimum solution for the dual problem. Let me write. y1 is equal to 0, y2 is equal to 2 and y3 is equal to 0. Maximize z is your dual problem objective function is maximize z is equal to 4y1 plus 3y2 minus 12y3. If you substitute the values, you will get 4 into 0 plus 3 into 2 minus 12 into 0. So max z is equal to 6. This is the optimum solution for the dual problem. In the final table, you check the Zj minus Cj value. The last two values are slack variables. Okay, so these two values are the optimum solution for the primal problem. This is x1 and this is x2. The values of the slack variables are the optimum solution for the primal problem. That is x1 is equal to 5 by 3 and x2 is equal to 2 by 3. In the final table, Zj minus Cj values of S1 and S2 or S1 is equal to 5 by 3 and S2 is equal to 2 by 3. The corresponding primal problem values are x1 is equal to 5 by 3 and x2 is equal to 2 by 3. That is, minimize Z is equal to 2x1 plus 4x2. That is, 2 into 5 by 3 plus 4 into 2 by 3. That is 18 by 3. This is nothing but 6. Dual problem value max is equal to 6 and the primal problem value mini z is equal to 6. In this way, you have to find the optimum value for the given LPP problem using principle of duality. Hope you all understand. If you like this video, please subscribe and share. Thank you for watching.